Hey folks, see Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to a very interesting live stream. मैं ज़्यादा ही पीली दिख रही हूँ. Better. Maybe the red color of my shirt is saying a lot about today's market movement today. Um, the market was amazing till 1 p.m. almost, and I don't know what happened all of a sudden. Europe was not that bad while the markets opened. Neither were, I mean, no other indicators as such were there, but maybe it was because of the expiry that we saw such a huge sell-off post almost 1:15 p.m. and market which was almost at 17,700 plus finally closed in at 17,000, just below 500, right? So yeah, that was about the market movement today. But today we are not going to talk a lot about the market. Today we are here mainly to talk about one IPO. Uh, which has come up, and the IPO is, the last day for application of the IPO is tomorrow. So that is the reason why I thought that I should share my insights about the IPO. Um anyone has at least some idea as to what the company does? If yes, you can just type it in the comment section. And in the meanwhile, I would just quickly show some fun video which can give you a hint of what the company does, right? I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear uh, it properly or not. The volume, I'm not sure on that, but just have a look at this. Okay, have a look at this guy, what this guy is doing. He has few machines, and my cards are in this machine to still to be checked. And see, and look at what I say.
सगळ्यात मजा तेव्हा येते जेव्हा 2 रुपयात आपल्याला नाश्ता करता येतो. त्याच्यासाठी अनलिमिटेड, त्याच्यासाठी भयंकर कष्ट करून 4 क्रेडिट कार्ड पत्ते खेळण्या इतके जमवलेले आहेत आणि एवढं ओझं वाहून आणलेलं आहे पुन्हा ह्याच्यातनं, आणि शेवटी 6 पैकी 4 पत्ते ऍक्सेप्ट झालेले आहेत.
Just in case if you're not understanding Marathi, that's fine. I'll just quickly translate that for you.
आपण स्वस्त आणि मस्त ब्रेकफास्ट इथं बसून करणार आहोत अशा छान माहोलमध्ये इथे तुम्ही बघू शकता.
So basically, we were at the Cochin airport, and this was basically the lounge where we were trying. So here, maybe here you can see it's not really clearly visible, but here you can see lounge. And it was such an amazing place. अरे बापरे, फारच झुंबडीन दिसते मी. So this was the place where we had amazing breakfast, and we could see planes coming and going. And this is where he पण खूप zoomed in
प्रत्येक
okay, anyway, so this is where we were having food, and believe it or not, me plus 3 of my team members were there. And in totality we had so now how do I stop sharing? Achha, stop sharing. Okay, in totality we had food in like 8 rupees, because 2 rupees per head were debited. So basically we have to understand that what this company does. But for that, I just thought of showing this fun video. I was there at the Cochin airport, and I had just done a small meetup at Cochin as well. Anyways, going back to understanding what does the company do. Is the company related to airline service? No. Does the company own the lounge that I showed you on the screen right now? No. uh, is it a bank? No. But then, if you were to understand the business model of the company, it is pretty interesting. And so that you understand the business model very nicely, very easily, let me just again share my screen and show you. I've done a very basic level presentation. Again, everyone knows I don't do fancy presentations, some very base level presentation. Okay. So, DreamFolks, here we are. Your airport experience amplified is what the tagline is. IPO, will I apply, is what we are going to discuss here today. Okay. First things first about the company. Is it a lounge? So, it is not a lounge. Is it a bank? No. Is it anything related to the to any other service provider? So, how are they really correlated? You will understand this with the help of this chart. Okay. So, now please understand, here there are a lot of bankers, okay, and they want that acha, by the way, anything and everything in this presentation has been taken from their RHP, okay? So nothing, everything is available in public domain. Whatever videos I make, everyone should know this, that 100% of the information we get from public domain related documents, so that automatically a sense of, credibility, I can say, or utna vishwas baith sakta hai, whatever data is being presented, it's very much out in the public. Okay, so you can also check RHP, so that you get to experience all the important points in the video, in the document as well, right? So just for you to simplify the entire presentation, here you can see there are a lot of banks. What do they want? They want customers. Okay, now here you have all these payment related card network providers, be it Visa, be it Mastercard, be it RuPay, Diners Club. All these are again tied up with banks, correct? Now we have corporates as well. We have Indigo, we have AirAsia, Go First, whatever, all these airline companies. And also we have some companies which are related to the holiday segment, Club Mahindra, Ease My Trip, and whatnot. Now, what does DreamFolk do? Just let's understand with the help of this simple example. If you remember in the video that I showed you, who was I? I was the customer of few of these banks. Okay, I owned a credit card or I owned a debit card of this bank. Now I wanted an access to the lounge, right, to the airport lounge. But if I didn't have the card of these banks, per hour charge was somewhere around 900 rupees, and if I had the bank card, it was just 2 rupees. Okay, now who is bearing the cost of the customer? It is ideally being borne by the bank. But what bank does is that, so that people take their credit cards. Okay, I must be lured to buy to enroll for a credit card, so they'll tell, Rachna, if you take a credit card of any of these banks, then you'll get one lounge access of the airport at least once a quarter. Okay, so now what happens is that here there is an airport lounge, here there is a bank. Okay, I'm a customer in between. If I directly go to the lounge, I have to pay a lot. But if I own a card of this any of these banks, I go to the lounge and I tell, okay, because I have, let us say, ICICI Bank, if I have HDFC Bank card or whatever, now give me the access at a very subsidized rate. Very subsidized rate is actually 2 rupees. Okay, you get to eat unlimited food. Even if I have been at the airports at 1 a.m., 3 a.m., I make it a point that I spend that 2 rupees and have stomach full of food, right? Okay, going back to the discussion. Now, these uh, these lounges need to verify whether the card is valid or not, whether the card is active or not. Like I mentioned, that this lounge also needs to verify that Rakshana is availing only one lounge access per quarter. If she is trying to access second lounge access in the quarter, whatever is there allowed in my card only allows one access per quarter. So if I'm trying to give it for the second time, ideally the card machine should say declined. Okay, now what is DreamFolks doing is that they are actually building some sort of software or tech, you can say, okay, platform, so that the lounges and the banks, they are connected to each other so that they can give services. Okay, so I hope you have understood that DreamFolks is what they are, an enabler. They enable the customer so that they can easily get a lounge access if they own any of these cards. Okay, I hope basic point is clear. So with this, I'll just now quickly start sharing. By the way, largest and dominant. So first, we're now understanding the business model. Now I'm going a little bit fast. I hope you have understood this example in detail. If you have been to a lounge, you have two options to access the lounge: pay full charge or swipe a debit or credit card or a traveler card, which has lounge access as a complimentary benefit, 2 rupees only, right? Earlier, lounge access was paid or customers had to carry an additional traveler card. So this is also very important. So I have never done that, but maybe my dad, when he used to travel across India for his company work, at that time, if he were to go to a lounge access, then he was required to carry a traveler card. And if he had the traveler card, then only he used to get access to the lounge. Otherwise, no. But now again, carry the traveler card, carry the debit card, carry the credit card. Who's going to do all that stuff? What DreamFolks did is that they integrated the access in debit or credit cards issued by the bank. Now I need not carry a separate card. Through the debit or credit card, I will directly get the lounge access, right? They started providing software support for these transactions. What software support? Whether it's a valid card or not, is it just once a quarter that is being permitted, right? All these things. Now it is not only lounge access that they are looking into, they are also looking into airport transfer services, transit services, nap rooms, baggage transfers, food and beverages. So basically I can say anything which you can visualize on the airport, okay, which can make the life of a traveler more comfortable. That is what they are trying to do. Okay, so now you can imagine something like this, that if there is a, let us say, a spa, or maybe there is a nap room, right? And otherwise the charges will be pretty high, let us say. But if there is a tie up, again, DreamFolks can come in and they can give the tech platform, and so that all these transactions can be easily enabled. You'll be surprised to know that they have a 95% market share in this specific segment, right? The point, I hope now this is very much clear. Here is banks is in between, and they are enabling the transactions between whom? Between the banks and the lounge operators. So they have tied up with both. They provide lounge access to its customers as a complimentary benefit. Service is free for the customers. Charges are paid by the bank to DreamFolks. That's a commission, right? And then transferred to the lounge operator. So they are going to keep a commission. They are going to take from the banks and they are going to pass the balance. After cutting their commission, they're going to pass it to the lounge operators, right? DreamFolks earns its commission as a middleman. I hope you have understood this. Okay. Some people who are thinking, I'm sure you have one question in your mind right now. I'm going to answer that. Okay, because they're just enablers. They're just a middleman. Maybe there is a question in your mind. We are going to answer that. Don't worry. Next one is DreamFolks provides support to check if the card. See, we have talked about that. If the card of the customer has an access, if he has utilized earlier or not, if the card is active, they will deduct 2 rupees. Okay, fair enough. We have already understood about this. Then how does it go? It can be like a tap or swipe card, which I showed you right now. It could be the bank's app through which things can go ahead, right? So all these are the various ways through which it could be through physical cards, you can get a lounge access, or it can also be through apps that you get a lounge access. Now, what makes them stand apart? What is so special about this company? As good as Monopoly? Because, oh my god, my phone is ringing. Okay, I forgot to put it on silent mode. Please excuse me for a minute. I'll just put it on silent. Sorry. Hopefully it will stop. You can enjoy listening to my tune till then. Please, thank you. So okay, what makes them stand apart? As I mentioned, it's a good monopoly business, and the company enjoys 95% market share in the India issued card based transactions for the lounge access. So that's a crazy share, is what I can say. They have also built a deep relations with banks, lounge operators, and airline companies. So new entrant may find it difficult to penetrate because the trust has been built with their partners over a large number of years. Okay. So this is what makes them stand apart: 95% market share and also deep relations with their customers. What could be the growth driver? Some very interesting points coming up now. Number of Indian passengers who opted for air travel, okay, increased from approximately 99 million in financial or in the year calendar year 2016 to 143 million in calendar year 19. Okay, now I'll say, Rachana, why haven't you given data of 2022? Because this is what was available, and that is why I've taken it as 2019 data only. I've not made any of my estimates. Okay. The number of passengers availing the lounge facilities increased from 5.1 million in fiscal 2018 to 7.5 million in fiscal 2020. This is the pre-COVID level. Okay, so this is also a very big jump. Almost, I can say, from 5 to 7.5. That's almost a 50% jump in number of people who are availing the lounge facilities. Credit card and debit card market has also grown. See, if credit card market grows, obviously number of people who will have this lounge facility, they will grow, and automatically it will give more commission income to DreamFolks guys. Okay. Now they have also mentioned this, that average lounge sizes are also increasing. So bigger the lounge, more number of customers can fit in, and more number of customers can fit in. Obviously, their commission income is going to be higher, right? We did talk about this entire discussion as well. Now, big question: risks involved, and the point that I was trying to fit into your mind here. Could there be a possibility that either banks do a forward integration or the lounge operators do a backward integration? What has DreamFolks done? They have actually just, I can't say just, they have built a proper software support. They have provided a tech platform. Okay. Is it impossible for banks to create that? No. Is it impossible for the lounge operator to create that? No. Maybe because DreamFolks is doing a good job, that might be the reason why they're happy with their service, and that might be the reason why they are not actually doing any sort of forward or backward integration. But does that mean that banks cannot do such sort of forward integration? It's not that, and this is what is the risk involved. It's also given in their RHP, right? So threat of airport lounge operators forward integrating and tying up directly with the card networks or card issuers themselves, that is a bank, which will directly impact the company's core business, right? One more very important point: company's top 5 clients on an average contribute 84.91%, because finally they are going to tie up with whom? Banks. and airport lounge access. But who is going to be their major customer? It's going to be more of banking side or the card provider side. Okay. Now, with this said and done, I hope you are able to understand that the concentration of customers from whom revenue is generated, that is pretty high. Okay, that's one more risk involved. Of course, one more point: travel industry, which did see an adverse impact during the COVID scenario. Nahi hoga wapis, but 1% if some such pandemic again comes up, then of course it will have a negative impact. I don't think this is like super duper scary. Business is extremely dependent on companies' relationship with lounge operators and card issuers. The point that I told you right now. Okay, so I hope till here the risk factors also are clear. Now, if I go to financial summary, you can see revenue from operations increased from 3,670 crores to 1,056 to 2,824. Okay, but if you see here, one problem is that they have still not gone beyond this level of, I mean, they have of course crossed the 3,000. I mean, if you see here, the revenue, what I'm trying to make out as a point is that here their revenue became almost one third. From there, they have come up to almost two-thirds, but they have yet, I mean, they have not yet crossed the pre-pandemic level. Okay, so this is one point which, again, sort of a negative point. It would have been great if they were already at a pre-pandemic level. Any investor would have been happy, like, "Arey, abhi gaya pre-pandemic ke upar ka level." So people would have been more comfortable, is what I feel. Again, EBITDA same. They have gone above the pandemic level, but again, roughly around half of the pre-pandemic level for the EBITDA margin, for the EBITDA number. Same with PAT number, roughly around half. Net cash from operating activity, from operations, again there is a negative cash flow. So debt to equity is not a problem at all. Return on equity and capital employed, because I mean, right now in the current year, of course, better than 2021, but right now it's somewhere around 19-20% up on an average, pakad ke chalo, right? But financials, only one point I can say, not still above the pre-pandemic level. Okay. Now we are coming to one important point, is the pre-issue shareholding and post-issue shareholding. Now, if you see here, offer for sale. How much is the offer for sale out of the issue size? It's 100% OFS. What do we mean by 100% OFS? Whatever shares are going to be issued, they are going to be, I mean, the money raised from this IPO is going to go completely to the promoters. Nothing is going to go to the company. Okay. So you can see here almost one third share of the promoters is being diluted. Okay. So just in case, many people who might believe that, okay, whatever money is raised, that will be used. So roughly you can see here 562 crores. Okay. Will that be used for software upgrade and all that? You should not get confused. Entire money is going to, it's an offer for sale. So it's going to go to the promoters of the company. And I feel one third entire is being promoted. Okay. Entire is being promoters issue, which is being diluted. So I did not find any specific reason in the RHP why is that done. So I will not comment on that. Okay. So I hope you have understood about some basic points about this IPO. I would quickly take any questions if you have. Otherwise, I would move on to the final grand finale question as to will I apply or not. क्या बात है? Advait says, Rachana ji, please don't use Thursday live stream for discussing IPOs. We already read your blogs on IPOs. Kya baat hai? We wait for whole week to hear your view about market. Few stocks which members share on chat. Arey, thank you, Advait. I did not know that there are so many people who read my blogs. Thank you. But yes, I'll definitely make a note of this, and we'll try to keep away from IPOs during the Thursday live stream. Noted, Abhishek. Sorry, noted, Advait. Okay. Shreya says, ma'am, isn't it a bad sign if it's 100% OFS? Shreya, it's not like bad sign as such, but simultaneously, I can say that nothing encouraging for an investor, for a new investor, because see, money is not going to go into the company. So we as fresh investors, we feel that, okay, what are they going to do with new money? Is it going to go for expansion? Is some new tech platform being built? Is that money being used for that or what? Nothing of that sort is going to happen, because money is going to go directly to the promoters, right? So that is the only thing. But I mean, it's not like a bad thing just because it's 100% OFS. I'll not apply. Iska kuch sambandh nahi hai. Okay. Siddharth says, can I get the lounge? Can I get access? Can I access the lounge on my father's add-on card? Arey baapre. See, these cards will be issued by the bank, and every bank will have their own terms and conditions, right? So I'm not sure on that. Okay. Advait again says, thank you, Rachna. I'm very happy that you took it positively. Super se upar. Ew. And he says, that's why we follow you. Thank you, Advait. All right, ma'am, can you, Sundar Rajan ji says, ma'am, can you confirm if the stock of the month video has been posted? Savita Oil, Arre, Sundar Rajan ji, of course. Savita Oil video has been posted on, बताओ क्या कब? Abhi he took out that specific point, so now even I feel that I should be telling about this. I will share my screen in a minute. Feels good, right? I mean, every single time whenever I make a stock of the month video, me and my team we try to do 100% research on that, and if the stock performs well, it's like cherry on the cake. Whenever we give any stock of the month, whenever we present any stock of the month, it's not it's not at all a tip or any sort of that. I just try to give my 100% analysis in front of you. The whole logic is finding out good fundamentally strong stocks and presenting it in front of you so that you understand the business model nicely, you understand the financials nicely. And Savita Oil Technologies Limited, which was the stock of the month for this month only, I declared the name of this stock on 1st of August 2022. The price at that time was 1240. So those who are my pro investor members, again, this is a big learning for you all, that you should check out the community tab post at least once a week. You should do that, okay? And during my Thursday live streams also, I announced that, okay, I'm going to put it on community tab post, right? So 1st of August 2022, I had declared the name of the stock. I was planning to do a live stream, but then I did a poll that how many of you want a live stream, how many of you want a pre-recorded version, and I guess 70% odd people said we want a pre-recorded version. So uske baad, then we thought of recording the video. Then it goes in the editing process, then production, pre-production, editing, everything. Then I watch it. If I have any changes, then that happened, and then finally it is uploaded. So it took a little bit time. 18th August, it had already reached 1,478, and today the price is 1,620, and today's day high was 1,718. So those who were the those who saw this as a community tab post, those who did their own research, those who felt that, okay, I also believe that this stock is good, and those who purchased it, I'm sure they might be like dancing right now with almost 25% plus profit in what, in almost 25 days. So to be honest, this doesn't happen every single time. I don't want to give high hopes, unnecessary high hopes. This is one of the few instances that has happened, that any stock of the month that I've discussed has risen 25% in 25 days. I mean, this was too much to ask for. But yes, almost all videos, almost all stocks that I've discussed have done well, but not this good of 25% in 25 days. But feels good that the analysis part, when we try to present. So everyone, those whose pro investor membership maybe has expired, I have already put the link in the pinned comment. Please don't forget to renew your membership because of the RBI rules. Now you cannot, we cannot do any auto debit for your accounts. Okay, so if your pro investor membership has expired, you need to renew that, and that is how you will get an access to the upcoming stock of the months as well. Okay, so it has been fun. So again, let me tell you, any past return is not a guarantee of next stock of the month's return. Okay, so just because Savita Oil did very well does not mean that September stock of the month is going to be fifth, is going to be like 25% in 25 days category. Ashwin is asking a very important question. September 5th stock name posted, a question mark. So Ashwin, answer to your question, on 1st of September 2022, I will be releasing the name of the stock of the month for September 2022, and on 5th I'm going to release the video as well, because again I had gotten some suggestions that, ma'am, the number of days between you uploading a video and you telling the name in the community tab post, that is very high. Please try to squeeze in. So that is why we are going to try to squeeze in. 1st September it will be discussed on the community tab post, and 5th of September the video will be released. Okay, so everyone who is wanting to apply for pro investor memberships, please check the pinned comment. That is where you can see the link to join my pro investor memberships, right? All right, so with this, let's move on to the grand finale question, that Savita Oil Technologies done, and now will I apply? For that, if you have understood now, business is very good, okay, very niche kind of business, very interesting kind of business. No listed peers in this category, okay. So for sure they have an edge over many other players. 95% dominant share. Financials not that, I mean, not bad. They are definitely good as compared to previous year, but not above the pre-pandemic level. But all in all, if I say the GMP right now also, it is crazy. The GMP is 25% almost. Okay, should we go only based on GMP? Not at all. First we check the first we check the business model, then we check the financials. We understood what is the strength of this company. We also understood what are the risks that could be involved. Everything we have checked, and then we have checked GMP. So GMP and subscription, last points to be checked. If you go to the subscription details, you can see retail individual investors 19%, 19 times subscribed. Non-institutional buyers 8.4 times, and qualified institutional buyers, if it is at 0.6 right now, I feel this might go to 30-40 times easily is what I feel. Okay, based on my past experience, whatever little bit experience I have, I feel that QIB category might go beyond 30 to 40 times over subscription if it's at 0.6 today, and with such a fantastic subscription by other categories like retail individual investors and non-institutional investors as well. And the grand finale question, am I going to apply or not? And my answer to this question is yes, I'm going to apply. But I'm going to keep a close watch on this stock. I'm going to see whether their quarterly results are up to the mark or not. Because if their quarterly results are not showing good results, I don't want to get stuck up in a company who is not able to go above that pre-pandemic level. The point that I'm trying to make. Uh, but now I will tell you my own observation as well. How many of you travel a lot? If you do travel a lot, please give me your thoughts as well. Almost 2,500 people on the stream. Uh, Please tell me if you have been traveling in the last 1 or 2 or 3 months. How is your experience? Were the flights almost full? Were the airports very busy? Were the lounges very busy? My answer is yes. Whatever travel I've done in the last 3-4 months, I can definitely tell you that none of the flights was like ekdam aaram se bhai, ekdam there's no one in the flight. In fact, uh, all the middle seats also. I mean, almost almost the flights were at 95% plus capacity they were running at. Lounges were almost full. Airports were definitely busy, very crowded. So exactly, that's the same observation that Siddharth, Adventures of Rhythm, Hemant, Rajesh, Ranjit, everyone have the same experience. So that's how we have to also think logically. Try to see things around you, and with your understanding, you will be able to visualize that ideally. See, okay, आमया म्हणतोय धक्काबुक्की होते. Okay, Manish says flights are full. I just did international travel yesterday. क्या बात है? Okay, if there are walk-ins in the lounge without a credit card, is it a beneficial for DreamFolks or lounge operator? Oh, in that case, it will be beneficial for the lounge operator. Lounge operator will get money. Very busy. Exactly. Now you can think through that. If this is the scenario, ideally, okay. See, I know we are not allowed to talk anything as which is not there in the public domain. Okay, but with this said and done, if the see this is just a logic. Okay, if flights are full, if the travel is very much at a good level, then ideally they should be able to post good numbers. Okay, logically I'm telling you. Okay, I may be wrong. I'm just telling you based on the experience that I have seen, and many of you are also telling the same thing. In that case, would I be will I be applying? My answer is again yes. And for retail it's 10% quota. Please confirm. Let me just check one more time. Retail quota is, it's given there, it was there in the IPO section. 10%, not more than 10% of the net offer, correct? So retail quota is maximum 10%, right? Chalo, so I hope Rohan, I hope I've answered your question. Maximum is 10%. Okay, so am I going to apply? Answer is yes. And am I going to apply through all 5 accounts? My answer is again yes. Okay, so it's a very interesting IPO is what I believe. Let me see what happens with the listing. I'm not going to be in a very big hurry to sell it off for listing gains. I will see at least a result or two, one quarterly result at least I would want to wait for and see. Based on the experience at the airports, I would want to see how it performs in the next quarter. If it doesn't perform that well in 1 or 2 quarters, then I might sell off if I get the allotment, of course. So I hope you have understood about my stance on this specific company, DreamFolks IPO. And one more very important point, Sirma SGS, the IPO that we had covered in again one of the live streams. The listing of this IPO is going to happen tomorrow, and out of 5, I have gotten an allotment for 3 accounts. So out of 3, if the if it gets a good listing, ideally again GMP is around 25%. So अरे यार राजेश says Sirma is just IPO applied but not allotted. अरे I got 3. That is the reason why you should be applying through multiple accounts. Pooja, if you are there on the live stream and if you have an access to our Zerodha link, you can just paste it here in the chat section, so that just in case, actually, you may have a Demat account, but if you don't have a Demat account in your mom's name, in your dad's name, then or in your spouse's name, okay, I mean, that should not be done. Account should be open in the names of all family members, and because that will just increase your probability to get an allotment for the IPO, right? So yeah, that's the link for you. My team member has pasted the link. So if you don't have multiple so one person can apply only through one account, okay? So even if I have an account with Zerodha and Upstocks, I can't apply through both the accounts. It will be an invalid IPO application. But then I apply through, so me, my husband, father-in-law, mother-in-law, and plus HUF, okay? So 5 accounts we have, and all accounts with all Zerodha as well as Upstocks. So yeah, uh, you can also try that out. Maybe open multiple Demat account. I mean, open Demat accounts in the name of all family members. It's just that your chances of allotment will increase. How many lots should we apply, Amit? That depends on your capacity. I mean, capacity is not the right word, but how much you want to invest, right? Minimum is the 1 lot. If you want, you can go ahead with 2 lots or three lots as well. Don't go ahead with 2 lakh rupees full thing. Unnecessarily, you're blocking the funds. Okay. Akshay says, ma'am, when you upload stock of the month and mention entry level, if the stock doesn't fall to those level, isn't it an opportunity missed? uh, Akshay, so if you feel that, so whenever I present any stock of the month, if you feel that okay, the stock is good, but the level as per technical analysis is lower, but you feel you are having that FOMO, oh my god, if the stock doesn't come to that level, and if it goes directly up, then what? Then I always have the magic formula. What is the magic formula? One fifth, one fifth, one fifth, one fifth, one fifth. If you feel that, or you are having that FOMO, if you have good analysis power, and if you feel it's definitely a fundamental stock, you can just apply 1/5. You can just purchase 1/5 at this level. If it goes down, you can add another 1/5. If it doesn't go down, if it directly zooms up, though possibilities, you can think of pyramiding, and if you don't pyramid, still at least kuch to haath mein aaya, at least 1/5, right? All right, many pro investor members joining in today as well. Priya, Kirti, Sanju, Nitin, Blue Jade upgraded to pro investor membership. हेमंत जी नमस्ते. आज कोई बाकी स्टॉक नहीं ले रही हूँ हेमंत जी, तो आज थोड़ा माफ कर दीजिएगा. ओके. लर्न वेम प्रो इन्वेस्टर के लिए वेलकम. विनय, वेलकम टू प्रो इन्वेस्टर मेंबरशिप्स. राजेश एंड सुदीप एंड हरि कृष्णन, आदित्यन, आदित्यन के बाद हु इज दैट, रितिका's किचन and Rahul Kotiyan. Right, welcome to pro investor memberships. uh, those who are uh, those who are applying for memberships under the student category and investor category, also you need to know that you get an access to 4 community tab posts in a month, 1 per week basically, but you don't get an access to the stock of the month, right? ऑल राईट. हाऊ मेनी लाईक्स? ऑफकोर्स किरण, आज मी आठवण नाही ना केली, त्याच्यामुळे कसं लक्षात राहणार? 2300 people watching and 500 likes. So as usual does happen. So I'll wait for like 20 seconds Maun Vrat, and let me see how many of you apply, or how many of you hit that like button. I'm waiting for 20 seconds. All right, 661. Till then, those who have not even hit the subscribe button, you can very well see it on the screen. You can subscribe to the channel as well, just in case if you have not yet subscribed. And for those who don't know how to see the video that has been released, it will be there on the community tab post also, or you can check the playlist, and in the playlist you will find the stock of the month. Okay. Hemal says we are concentrating, ma'am, so forgot. Okay. Right. Shrey is saying live from 2 accounts. Kya baat hai, Shrey? All right. Almost 50%. Savita bearish engulfing today. Of course, it hit a 1700 high, na? And finally closed at somewhere around 1600. Still, let me check if it's an exactly bearish engulfing or not. It has already run up quite a bit, no doubt about that. Yes, it is a bearish engulfing candlestick. 100% correct. So, I would not have entered at this level for sure. When I did the community tab post, I've entered one chunk. Okay, didn't get the opportunity to invest on other chunks. But at least I'm happy chalo ek chunk to haath mein aaya. Oh, Advait is saying, can we also expect Teachers' Day special week series this year as well? Last year, it was awesome experience to attend all the lectures. Thank you, Advait. We are thinking and closing down on one theme, and you will get to know about what we are doing this September. It's going to be fun. Uh, I don't want to talk about it today. We had a big meeting today. Went almost for 1.5 hour. Second or third meeting wherein we were like, "Kya karenge is bar September mein?" But I'm sure it'll be a fun thing in September. All right, Subransh is also saying thanks for your advice, but we are slowly getting our financial independence. Yay! So happy to hear that. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone. I hope you got to know quite a bit. Because Advait also said that, Madam, आपने कुछ levels नहीं बताया. So just in 2 minutes, right? I will quickly share the levels. If you remember, last time I had told you that yes, even if it retraces, please check my last Thursday's live stream also. Sometimes feels amazing to see whatever technical analysis we do, if the lines are actually honoring the entire technical analysis, feels good. If you remember last Thursday, I told you that this was our trend line. See, we have been talking about ye chalo theek hai, ye filhal ke liye nahi dekhenge. Okay, this is trying to analyze something today. We have been doing 1 2 3 4. Okay, we have been talking about this, and then I said the 2/3 formula that we discussed last Thursday. We said that this broke above the level, and finally it started correcting from here. Agreed. But if you remember last Thursday only, I told you that I feel that this level of 17,471 rounded off to 17,500, we can see this as a solid strong support. So you can see here 22nd August tested that level, stayed above the level. 23rd August opened below that but closed above that. 24th August again above that, and today also, in spite of this big red candle, because intraday movement was very high, still it has not closed below 17,500. I'm very happy about that. If you see here now, this level is closing on the sloping line, and this parallel line is closing on. It breaks on either side, and at that time it can give a sharp movement. Okay, so it will be interesting to watch what happens. Even I hope everyone knows about the Jackson Hole meeting that is happening right now, I guess. Yeah, in US right now it will be happening. So it will be interesting to watch how what are the outcomes of that meeting, and we will get to see the market reaction tomorrow as well. All right. Rahul says, restarted my membership after a year. Something came up to discontinue it initially, back at it. Cool, Rahul. So good to hear that. Thanks a lot, ma'am. You're amazing. Thank you, Raghavendra. Last is Ashwin says, thank you so much, Rachana ma'am, for giving us so much knowledge of this vast ocean. Happy to have you as my mentor. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. And I hope you have subscribed to the channel. I'm again repeating this because September is going to be fun. We are coming up with something special for Teachers' Day or Teachers' Week or Teachers' Month. I don't know. Okay, something is going to happen in September. So keep up with the channel very closely. Okay, last chat by Pink Hue, after which we stop. Hi, ma'am. I don't know much about IPO, but I'm looking for SIP. Which company will be the best? Also, I recently came to know that I have to file ITR, as I have given my flat for rent since 2019. Please weigh out. Pink you, as far as the taxation is concerned, please consult your chartered accountant, because just based on this small information that you have given your tax on rent, I can't comment on whether you need to really file your ITR, because there are various ITRs, ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3, 4. I don't know out of that what, because that depends on what sort of income, other income you have, salary or business property income or capital gains or whatnot. I'm not sure. So please discuss this with your chartered accountant. If you're new to the markets, rather than going ahead with SIP of a specific stock, you can think about an index fund. Or you can also, if you are my pro investor member, and if you feel that okay, this XYZ stock that I've discussed, if you feel that yeah, it looks really good, you can think about doing an SIP in that specific stock as well, right? All right, thanks a lot for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you in the next Thursday live stream. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.